Just come up to a drain in there, through the net. All of a sudden the net took off, had a legal size barra in it, probably 65 centimetre barra. My live is heading upstream.
Really?
Yep, look, I threw him out there. Oh. The hell's got that? Bloody, no, salmon.
Oh, oh.
What?
Ready?
What?
See the resemblance?
Yeah. Don't tell me with all this fresh in here, salmon's going to be the...
What sort is it?
Bluey. Go!
God, that does not look good.
No. We know there's a really big croc that lives just here. And like, when I say big, I mean really big. So when you're getting your bait bucket, don't just lean over the side and grab hold of it. Sort of try and grab it.
Oh, wow.
You get a bite or? No?
Out there. Oh, is it just me or is it moving closer?
I don't know. Just got to keep an eye on it. So with herring like this size here, I usually put 2 little ones on like that, and I'll hook them through the tail when the current's not too bad.
That was a tough one.
Yeah, I heard that one. And we'll lob him out there. What I think's happening here at the moment is the tide's still coming in underneath, but on top it's starting to flow out. So we're right on that change of tide. Just hit the bottom then.
Again.
Something playing with it. Yep. Yep.
Oh.
What's this one? Geez, it's got a bit of weight now. Oh, yeah, he's in the snag now, but I can't put any more hurt on him. Oh! Rub me off. Look. That's 50 pound a litre. Something running with it. He's running upstream. Oh, got him.
That looks better.
Running at me, that one. It's fighting like another salmon, actually. Oh. Oh, get here from under there. Grunter! Grunter!
Oh god, Dad, look out there.
Where?
It's back.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as we hook a fish, it comes back.
It does. It's a legal size grunter.
It's also kind of scary.
Ow. So he's not big, he's probably 45. Ow!
Yep.
40, I suppose 40, 45 centimetres, so he could be dinner, that one. You got to be quick, he's grabbed my rod. Running at
I
you.
love this combo.
It's nice.
Yeah.
That's that light refraction.
Oh, it is too. It's only...
What is
I
it?
jagged a catfish.
Ah, see, you're not allowed to touch my rod anymore, you bad
See
luck. Oh yeah, now I get it. Yeah, good. You got to be so careful handling these things. Last week when I was down at Barra, I saw probably one of the worst catfish spikes I've ever seen. And it was that side spike there. And a guy, good friend Daryl, he dropped it and went straight in the side of his thigh. So super careful handling those slimy mongrels. There's one played with it for a fair while. He's had that same snag. There's a bit more weight to it. This one.
I'm getting bites.
Getting bites there.
Yeah.
Oh, come out of there. No, Fingermark. Oh.
Fingermark.
That's the one we want.
Ah.
It's actually quite a common thing to catch Grunter and Fingermark together, eh?
Mm.
He's not as big as I'd like. He's only about 46, 47. Oh, you're spiky though. Oh, on a dead herring, that one. You getting a bite? Right, because there's not much run here, I can actually pin him through there, and he can try and swim back towards the surface. Baited? Okay. So what we'll do is the dead ones that we've got out of the net, because it's only the ones you get out of herring that you get out of a net really quick that survive. The ones that are in there for too long, they die. So we'll put them in a plastic bag and put them on ice so that when we run out of liveys, we can use the dead ones. I'll show you a couple of the rigs that we use as well. Bite on the young fella's light outfit.
Yours too.
Yeah. And all you're doing is you're waiting for, like when you get that initial tap from the fish, you're just waiting for the rod to load up and the slack. So what you do is as he's running with it, you lower the rod so he can't feel it like that. And then lift it, I reckon. Or has he? Yep. Oh, sent us some of these little things. They're one of the best little inventions, these things. So all you do is like your bits of mozzie coil that you usually throw out, you just squeeze them, clamp them, and then light them. That'll burn for about half an hour, that little piece, so you're not wasting them. So all you do with them, because I hate air guard and all that sort of stuff, so all you do with them is you just put them somewhere where it's going to blow the smoke through the boat. So just sit him up somewhere like that. You see all the smoke wafting through here. Sandflies and mozzies hate it. They're a great invention. There's something playing with me bait there. Running with it now. So I'm not putting any pressure on it until he runs with it. Then I know he's got it in his mouth. Otherwise you could just be picking it, you know, like there's no use striking them while they're doing this. You've got to wait for that constant momentum, then you set the hook. If it's brim or something like that, quite often they'll just pick it to pieces bit by bit. But if it's a bigger fish, like a Fingermark or a decent Grunter, or Barra, usually you'll get that thump, and then you just wait for the run. You can actually pin him through there. Baited? Okay. Right, so I'm pretty sure that that one was a brim, looking at the bite marks on it.
Gosh.
So, unless it's a really big brim, they don't swallow the whole thing. So all I'm doing is I've got a 3O Gamakatsu octopus suicide, whatever you want to call it. Right, so put one herring on there like that, put another one on there like that, especially when there's Fingermark around, and Barras. We don't know if there's any Barras here yet. We heard one boof. Heard one boof a minute ago. Lob him out there, let him hit the bottom, because I want to fish on the bottom at the moment for Fingermark. Once it's hit the bottom, the line just relaxes. Like that. Then I'll free spool a little bit more out, put it in the holder so I'm not moving the bait. Kick back and wait. So something just tapped him. And sit here and wait. You can see all the tarpon and stuff starting to come through. So there's just a little bit of tide movement now. So I sort of wind up the slack a little bit, try and keep in contact with my bait so I can feel what's going on. So I can feel the weight of my bait there. Big bow wave coming up here, Tanner. A little baby gar. I'll just put that baby gar on here, and something's playing with it already. Funnily enough, in the shallower water, gar's one of my favourite Fingermark baits. I don't know if it's because of the smell of them or what it is, but Fingermark definitely. Oop. Oop, oop. Fingermark definitely seem to like them, so I don't know if it's the smell or what.
Oh wow.
He's running with it. Oh! Yeah. He's running at me. Oh, don't be a tarpon. Don't be a tarpon. It's a salmon, is it? Bloody salmon. Come here. Bloody salmon. Get out from under there. Oh. You're in a really bad spot there, Buffett. These things here, they're pretty prone to getting worms. I'm not a big fan of that idea, so all of our salmon, it's a shame to kill a fish and then fillet it and find worms in it, so, well, come here. There you go. These little herring, like anyone, what? Yeah, these little herring, old guys that specialise in grunter and that, it's one of their favourite baits. So. You got a bite? Yeah. So what I'm doing here is I'm casting, and the current's coming this way, so I'm casting, there's like a back eddy sort of a current line here. So I'm casting onto the current line and then letting it wash down until it finds the edge of the current where it can sit. I'm only using about a number 4 ball sinker. I don't want too much weight on there. I just want enough to hold it on the bottom, but not sort of anchor it so that when a fish picks up the bait, you can feel it. Now, children, don't do what my child has done here. I'm getting a bite on mine. He's been taught better than this. He's got a ball sinker running onto the hook and then bottom. Ah, don't you touch my rod.
Oh, quick.
Yeah, and running onto there. Now his leader is 20 centimetres long, which is ridiculous. I've never taught him. These are another good thing. We got these sent through as samples from work, and they're the really light fishing shirt material, even lighter actually. They're bloody comfortable, but it's got this on it. Apart from having a hood on it, the buff is actually sewn into the shirt. So they're absolutely awesome. They've got the little breather holes, so you don't fog your sunnies up as much. So the rig I'm using, just a little ball sinker running on a leader, then a tiny little ball sinker that stops the big sinker locking onto the knot. Then I've got a swivel, about 50 centimetres of, I think it's 50-pound trace. It's probably overkill for what we're doing. But if it's grunter,
You've been rubbed off once today.
Yeah, I got rubbed off in the snags on it. But if it's grunter, you know, 30-pound mono is good. If it's Barra and Fingermark 40, Fingermark aren't real leader shy in dirty water, so especially with light. When you're doing this bait fishing thing, don't just rest your rod up against the side of the boat, because if something comes along and instead of playing with it just smashes it, your rod just goes straight over the side. So always make sure you got these rod holders we used to use when we trolled. We used to do a bit of trolling. We know they're good and solid, so you know, nothing's going to break. These ones here, they're just pieces of cut off poly pipe. They're nowhere near as strong. So if I was using heavy line and trolling or bait fishing, then a big fish can actually bust that. So get a good strong rod holder if you're going to do this sort of stuff. There's something playing with mine. So, Gary.
Oh, you got a bar.
Yeah.
Oh. I couldn't grab the handle.
Jesus, that's a better fish.
Yeah. I couldn't grab the handle, I was like that.
You got back off him so he changes direction, otherwise he's going to keep taking you around that corner. You're coming up the jump.
Oh god, it's tarpon.
Tarpon or salmon? No, you're going to have to let him back off him, Hey, salmon.
Oh, he's out.
Yep. Salmon, yep.
God, it's only a baby.
Yeah, they've got some poke about them, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not that small. He's about the same size.
Every time. God.
Good fun on your light rod, though. He saves you unhooking him. Running at you. Oh, straight in the snags. Just hold the pressure on him, see if he comes out. Oh, what is it? Jack or a fingermark?
That's a catfish.
No, it's not a catty. Oh, Grunter. He's legal size, but we'll throw him back. Oh, look what happens when you rig your rod properly. Yeah. What's that? Little queenie. Oh God. I hate getting the hooks out of these little buggers. This is a what they call a blade. It's a really good lure for fishing fast water and deep water. So all the weight's down the bottom here and they just vibe like that. Stronger action than a soft vibe. But they're eating small, they're eating small herrings, so thought I'd give
You're
it.
gonna bite.
Yeah. Hold that, good boy. Oi. No, this is on that gar. He's running at us, so he's no monster though. Not yet. Sometimes they get bigger, don't they? Yeah. Oh, a finger! Yeah. Told you, gar and fingers.
I know. You better?
Feels good, that feels like a fingermark. Oh no! No! Dirty, rotten, slimy barrel sticker.
Look at that.
So this is a bait fish referred to as a silky. Looks like a little baby salmon. Same deal, just go through the side, pull the hook right through, like that. Go through the side like that. Bring him out in that gill cover so it's got somewhere to anchor. Make sure there's no scales on the tip of your hook. Then I just do a hitch around the tail, sort of just like that. Holds him all nice and straight like that in the water.
Oh, yours. Oh, that's better. That's much better. Another catfish.
Don't be a catfish.
You have to be a catfish.
Oi.
Catfish.
Oh,
Ah! Hold it!
no. What do you got? What's that feel like?
I don't know. Feels kind of weird. Heavy.
Heavy.
Oh.
Heavy like Fingermark or heavy like catfish?
My lungs just there. Ow.
What?
I just still something sharp. Oh, it's a barra.
Little barra.
Yes.
Little baby one.
It's the first barra of the day.
It is, yeah.
Got a nice little barra. It's the first barra of the day.
He's fat for a little fish, isn't he?
Yeah.
55. Got him.
Oh. Oh. What is this? I swear to God, this is a tarpon. It was close to the surface but didn't jump.
You're on the bottom with that one, huh?
Yeah.
Let me know when he's close.
He's pretty close, he's right here. Barrel! Hey! That's my second barrel!
Hey.
2 hot dead herring.
Right.
Good try.
Very good. He'd probably be legal. So that one's just over legal size, so he might be dinner as well. Fingermark and Barra for dinner. GoPro stop recording.